Today on the podcast, we have Whitney.
Hi, friends.
Hello, Whitney.
Hey.
So, we actually found Whitney because she's on Jay's Peculiar Mind podcast,
Correct.
which is amazing, and you're hilarious.
Thanks.
So we decided to bring you in and see what happens.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, nice to meet you finally.
Yeah.
You know
Hi,
Joel.
Whitney.
I know
nice to
Joel.
see you again.
Yes.
I watched some of your podcasts.
Really?
Well, maybe like one of them. I haven't watched them all, if I'm being honest.
A full episode?
I like to listen to podcasts, so I need to like put it on my. What other platforms are you on besides YouTube? I saw an episode, maybe on Instagram. I saw an episode, maybe a reel.
YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts is what we're on.
Okay, I do Apple, so I'll find you on Apple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how I do it. I walk my dog like twice a day, and I'll listen to like different podcasts,
Okay, right on.
and I'll put you on there. How often do you do podcasts?
We release one every week.
Stop.
We record every Friday, and then we release on Monday, but we record 2 weeks prior. So we have one in the chamber.
Y'all are doing
Hell
this.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we've never missed a week.
Me and Jerome would like to be that good, but like our guests never show up. We picked to do a podcast where we just like interview people, so it's like a little tough for us. We found so we'll like schedule maybe 8 people a week and maybe do one a week,
Wow. So
maybe.
do they
but
not
like
follow through?
we don't always post them either. Like some of them are just boring. Not that this will be boring.
Do people just not follow through and showing up?
Yep.
Yeah, sometimes.
It's not a paid gig.
Yeah. So, yeah, some people don't like that probably. That's probably what it is. When it's
Did you know?
What? What makes you?
Got you a bag of chips.
By the way, we got you a hat.
What type of person are you interested in bringing on the podcast? Would you guys say?
Well, to be honest, we're just trying to get to know a lot of people in Scottsdale. So, you know, there's so many fun people here from what I've seen. You know, like there's all ends of the spectrum, passive people, like super crazy, wild people who go to the bars, people that not so much, and gym. There's like, we just want to kind of get a good like gist of kind of everyone in Scottsdale because there's a lot of fun people here, you know. Like I met Joel, Yossi, for example. They're really good friends of mine, and I think they're always hilarious and fun, and it's good showing that just basically to the world. So that's what we're trying to do. And then not only that, but just getting a vibe for like what Scottsdale is in general. So what there is to do, like what kind of things are out here, events, different stuff like that, businesses, different things like that. So it's kind of work in progress.
Yeah.
We want to start doing like some shorts and some like pranks and other things like that. So,
Oh, interesting.
So we'll see what happens with that.
So whose idea it was to start the podcast?
Well, I kind of had
Jerome.
I kind of had the idea, and I brought it to Joel, and he's like,
I've been wanting to do a podcast.
he's
though.
like, hell yeah.
Really?
I was managing bars for a while, and I always wanted a podcast room at the bar so that people could, because I'm always trying to make money. I was like, people can rent out the space. But it'd have to be set up, you know? Anyways,
Yeah.
so I was like, okay, the only way to do it is to start a podcast.
Okay.
And so I'd always like been like pushing towards it. And then after leaving the last spot I was at, I was like, Jerome was like, hey, I would want to do a podcast. I go, bro, I'm in. I've been wanting to do something. So, and then we're like, well, let's just interview people from around here. And because, I mean, we know so many people around here. And so we're like, but we don't talk to them like this. We just be like, hi, good to see you. We see each other at our jobs, you know, like we're all working around here. And so, yeah, that's how we started the podcast.
Maybe you want to make some more intimate connections with people.
Exactly. That's
Okay.
exactly what it is. So
Wow.
I think a lot of time in Scottsdale, there's a lot of conversations that you have with people. It's very small talk, you know, and it's nice to get to know them, like who they are, what type of person they are, like just their values and other things too. So that's one of the big things that we've actually appreciated by doing this podcast, because there's some people we've met and their acquaintances we just didn't know anything about them really. So
Would you consider yourselves very social people, like extroverts, or would you consider yourselves introverts?
I don't put me in a box. So I wouldn't say either.
You're versatile.
Yeah, that's another box. But yeah, I would say I personally am probably more sociable than most people. I
Oh,
would say
wow.
that. So does that make me an extrovert?
I don't know.
sorry, I keep doing all
I
these
don't know
things.
either. So I don't want to be boxed in.
Have you always been that social?
Yeah, I feel like I have a big family.
Oh, really?
Do you have a family?
I have a family.
Brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I do.
How many brothers and sisters?
I'm one of 6.
I'm one of 7.
Oh, wow. look at us.
So maybe that's what makes us social.
Maybe, yeah.
I feel like it is for me.
Mhm.
I'm always having to be around some big group, no matter what.
Oh,
personal,
okay.
You know, because and we're close too.
Nice.
So it's like, but I'm not mad about it. It's great at this point because I have 4 nephews and a niece.
Oh, wow.
Between 5 sisters.
Uh-huh.
And so maybe that helps, I think. But I don't want to blame it all on them.
Oh, okay.
So
What about you?
So tell us a little bit about yourself, actually.
About me?
Yeah. So
What do you want to know?
where are you from?
I'm from Yuma. I was born and
Okay,
raised
let's talk
there.
about Yuma for a minute.
Yeah.
Actually,
For
I know a
second.
lot of people from Yuma.
Oh, really?
I get excited when I hear Yuma. I'm like,
Interesting.
I don't know anything about it.
Okay.
They were wild, actually.
Where's Yuma at?
South.
Yeah, it's
South, right by the border.
Oh, you're a legit. Are you from Mexico?
My family is, yeah,
And then they moved to Yuma?
Yeah, well, it's easier to say that I'm from Yuma. I'm actually from a small town 20 minutes outside of Yuma.
Okay.
And it's only like 1 mile big.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
It's called Somerton. That's where
Okay.
I'm really from.
But yeah, it's easier to just say Yuma.
Yeah, at
What
least
is it to do out there, or what?
not much, I guess. I grew up really religious, so just like school, sports, family.
Yeah.
Very simple life.
When did you
It's
leave
quite
Yuma?
nice. Gosh, maybe like 7 years now.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
7 years ago.
So that was 2017.
No, I'm lying. 6 years ago, 2018.
Do you go back to visit?
Not often. I guess I've maybe only gone back like 4 or 5 times. In
Does
the
your
last
family
6
visit
years.
you out here?
Yeah, they do come up here more often. Yeah.
Nice.
And are you the baby?
Yeah, I'm the baby girl. I am.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so they baby you?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
I have a baby sister. She lives in Tucson.
Oh, really?
And we baby her. I tell my parents, I'm like, we're creating a terrorist. So I'm like, no, I'm always like, I feel like when I give her money, I'm like, I'm funding terrorism.
Wow.
because
What-
like, because she just goes to school, and I feel like she's just like always learning something, and so every time, but like, oh, she's listening to this, she's gonna kill me. I better stop talking about her.
Oh,
But
okay.
she's the sweetest. I love you, Paige.
Right on.
But she's in school,
Uh-huh.
and all the kids are terrorists these days. And
Interesting.
so I feel like whenever I give her money to like, just because I love her, you know, for her birthday or whatever,
Uh-huh.
that I'm funding terrorism.
How old is she?
That is a joke. She's 25.
Oh, wow.
How old are you?
26.
See, you're both the babies.
No, I just missed the terrorism part. Outgrew it.
They don't. Yeah, you're fine. You work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
So, are you single? Are you
Me?
married? Are you?
I'm single.
You're
Ready
single?
to mingle,
Single and
folks.
ready?
Alright.
Oh, shit.
We're the gentlemen now.
Hey, we got a lot of dudes that
All right,
follow
because
this
of
podcast.
this, because you're single,
Uh-huh.
there's this. I don't know if you've ever heard of Neil Strauss. Have you heard of this guy?
No.
Anyways, he wrote this book called The Game, whatever. And anyways,
Oh, I've heard of the game.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting book.
Yes.
I read it a long time ago. But anyways, there's this thing called the cube in there.
Oh, okay.
And it's a little like kind of like a psychological test that kind of tells us a little bit about you.
Sure.
So we're gonna run it on you, okay?
Sure.
So I guess the way it starts is you think of this blank white room, okay?
Okay.
So just nothing in there, just blank, huge white room, okay?
Mhm.
And there's a cube in there. So
Okay.
the way this goes is you kind of be as descriptive as possible, and you kind of just make it up as you go, and whatever you tell me, we could kind of interpret that into kind of meaning at the end, okay?
Mhm.
So there's a cube in the room.
Okay.
What does it look like?
It's about yay big.
All right, so it's kind of like smaller.
It's not tiny, but
All right.
it's medium.
All right, so it's a medium-sized cube, okay?
I
okay.
can hold it without exerting too much energy.
All right,
Does
all
that
right.
make sense?
Yeah.
It's silver,
It's silver.
like chrome.
Okay.
But
So
the
is that like solid color then?
Correct. But
Okay.
the corners are not sharp. They're kind of rounded off, so
All right.
it's safe to hold.
It's calm, safe. Okay.
Yes.
So it's chrome. It's is it on the floor? Is it like floating? Is it like on the ceiling, or where is it in this room?
It's floating.
All right. It's floating.
Yeah.
Is it spinny? Is it still?
It's still.
All right.
It's
so
a still cube.
all right. So it's a steel cube just floating.
Yes.
Medium sized. And anyways, there's this random ladder in the picture. Okay.
Ladder.
Yeah. It's
In
just
my
coming
room?
in. It's coming into the room.
Okay.
So where's the ladder? Is it like is it a big ladder? Is it a small ladder? Medium-sized ladder? Is it going to the heavens? Is it microscopic?
Interesting. I guess it's like it would go to the roof.
Okay.
And it's like one of those ladders that like leans up against the wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it like near your cube at all, or is it like separate, like far away from your cube, or just way against the wall? You're saying?
It's like somewhat near the cube,
Okay.
I would say. Not like, I guess the cube is in the corner and this but not like in the far corner, kind of towards the center because I'm looking at it diagonally. Okay. I'm in the center. And then the ladder is like right here, kind of by it.
Okay. All right. And if you were climbing that ladder, like you go up there and start climbing it, where would you be on that ladder if you were like take an Instagram pic or something? Where would you be?
All the way at the top.
All the way at the top. All right.
Yeah.
All right. And then there's a horse. Okay. So what kind of horse is it? What does it look like? Like what's it doing?
I think
there's a cube and a ladder and a horse.
Yep.
It's like a light brown horse.
All right,
with light brown hair.
Okay.
He's pretty. He has brown eyes.
Hair. And what kind of like how is this horse acting? Is he wild? Is he like a wild bronco? Is he calm?
He's curious.
Oh, he's curious.
Yeah, so he's social. He's not afraid of you. And he's not like shying away from you. He's playful. He's inviting.
Right. So he's inviting, and he wants to check different things out.
He'll greet you, but he'll also leave you alone.
All right. So he's checking out the cube. He's checking out the ladder, and he's just kind of curious about different things.
He's comfortable with everything that's going on.
All right. So next, there's a storm coming through. Okay.
Oh wow.
So you can think of whatever kind of storm you want. So what kind of storm would you say is happening? It could be bad, good.
Gosh, maybe like a dust storm.
Okay.
Like in the desert.
A haboob.
Yeah, maybe a haboob.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, so there's a haboob coming through.
Okay.
And how is it affecting your horse? Is your horse affected at all by this haboob?
I think he's looking at me for reassurance. And then I reassure him. And then so he just kneels down, and then he just waits patiently for it to pass.
Okay, so you have good control of this horse, and you have good control of him during this storm. Okay?
He trusts me.
All right. So next, how is it affecting the ladder? Is the ladder like affected at all? Is it still standing? Is it thrown apart?
It might fall over.
It falls over?
At worst.
All right. And next, how is it affecting your cube at all?
The cube is not affected.
It's not affected at all?
Mm-mm.
All right. Interesting. So the interpretation of this is actually the size of your cube actually kind of represents your ego for one. So you said it's kind of medium. So it's kind of a normal like ego. So you don't have like a huge ego or too small of an ego where you're like worried about everything or anything like that. So that's good and normal. You said your cube is floating. So that's kind of an engineering and like critical thinker type perspective. So you kind of, the norm is just it's sitting on the floor and there's really nothing going on. So you're imaginative and different. The color represents your personality. So you said kind of like a chrome metallic. So what I kind of interpret that would be is that maybe you're a little harder to get to know. Because sometimes if it's see-through or like a very like bright person, like it's different for sure. Because most people choose like a certain color, but I think because it's that metallic, maybe you are a little harder to get to know because of that. The ladder represents your career. So you're climbing that ladder, and you said you're at the top, so you are where you want to be right now, and you're happy with that. You're like, hell yeah, at the top of your ladder, and it goes all the way to the roof, so it's high. So you have some high expectations. The next thing is your horse, so that's your ideal man.
Oh, interesting.
So you want a brown guy with light brown hair. So now we know, so we can hook you up. Is that accurate?
I mean, I like white guys.
Ah, man.
So, but
Did
like
you
maybe
say you had a brown horse?
But like
that's why it's light brown. She said light brown.
I said light brown, like golden.
He has to have a little tan.
She's talking about
maybe
his
he's
hair.
tan.
She was talking about his hair.
Like a dark, dirty blonde or something.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
All right. And then the storm actually represents how you handle your problems. So you're just kind of interesting. You said that so affecting your horse, that's kind of how you're affected in terms of your relationships. So your horse wasn't really affected, and it looked to you for kind of like confirmation or like say, hey, is this okay? So the haboob didn't affect it at all, and it sounds like you are kind of like you kind of like take charge in problems in terms of a relationship. And you're reassured because of you. Maybe you calm them down. You said your ladder kind of tipped over or whatever. So sometimes careers can be shaky and it happens, but we just get back up and go down it again.
Yeah.
And then you said your cube wasn't affected at all. So it sounds like you handle your problems well.
Yeah.
But is that true?
I would say that's all very accurate.
Really?
Yeah. 100%.
Sweet. Well, now we know a little bit about you.
That's a really interesting
it's kind of cool
test. Wow.
Yeah, my horse was like had huge big tits.
Right on.
And then,
hell yeah. Sweet.
I should
want to
teach
see
you
a
that
horse.
have done
like
Joel's actually. I never got to do his.
Yeah, now I already
can't do
know
it
how
anymore.
it's done, so I don't want to hear it.
His just have like a really big tit.
Yeah,
I'll be like, my horse.
Unicorn.
My horse looks like she's from Scottsdale.
But you said your horse was curious. Mm-hmm. So you like guys that are curious?
I just like curious people.
Yeah.
Right? That's like very playful and inviting to me. Like somebody who's not afraid to explore.
Oh, I agree 100%. Life. Yeah, people that just don't take life too seriously, you know?
No, like when you're a little kid, you're just curious looking around in the yard.
Yeah.
You know, like looking for worms and stuff.
Yeah. I'm curious how long we've been single over here, Whitney.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I just got dumped like last week.
We've all been there.
Really? What happened?
Last Wednesday.
If I had a dime.
I was dating my friend for a little bit. We were friends for 2 years, and then we kind of amped it up.
And now we're gonna bring it down.
So how long did you guys like officially date, or what?
Oh, only for like 4 weeks.
So it wasn't even that long.
Okay.
No, unfortunately.
So
are you still friends?
We're not sitting here with a broken.
It's
not a broken heart. It's a broken friendship.
Damn it!
Oh my gosh.
Broken friendship.
I know. I mean, hey, I was playing to win. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta take a loss, I guess.
Yeah, this happens, I guess, you know. It
is what
it is.
It's okay. You just get
We lost a lot of good people out there. In Scottsdale.
What do you mean?
A lot of good friends.
You have?
Yeah, we have.
So,
all of us.
By dating them?
Yeah, dating them. Yeah, usually that's what happened with you, but not all. It's not all from dating, but we've lost some friends.
Tell me a little bit about
all
that.
kinds of reasons. Oh man, I've lost some friends.
Sure. Yeah.
I've had to fire a lot of people.
From what?
From like bars. I managed like bars and restaurants for a while, and so like 1 minute we're like good friends, and I'm still your friend in my head, but you know, it kind of ends the friendship when you fire them in their head.
Oh wow.
They really don't like you right away, and you know I will tell you they come back after like 10 years maybe.
Oh.
Maybe it's the way you're letting them go. Do you think?
I act like I'm their friend when I fire them, but you can't really do that when you're firing someone.
Maybe they have built up resentment afterwards.
Yeah,
you have to be nicer about it, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Listen.
Oh, this is how I fire people. One time I fired this person.
Fire me. Pretend to fire me.
Fire.
Hi,
she's doing a terrible job.
Yeah. I'm a bad employee.
She showed up late.
I've worked there for 3 years, though. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Hi, Whitney.
Hey, Joel. Thanks for calling me in.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks.
Things aren't working here for us with you, and honestly, I don't think this is just the right situation for you. So, can you sign this, and let me know if you need anything. Shoot me a text. Give me a call. All right, bye. And I walk away.
That's why.
That's how I fired.
Yeah. That's
hey,
exactly
they're always
why.
so dumbfounded that they sign and walk away, and then they're always like, "Can you send me a picture of what I signed?" I never reply. I'm like, I'm not getting involved. I just do whatever HR. I'm like, that's how you fire someone. HR loves you because you got them to sign it, you know, and you're like, they're done. Your hands are off it. You're like, all right, sweet, you and HR now, because you don't want them to. They're gonna call you. Because if you handle it differently, and you want to drag it out, which I have, you know, and you want to conversate about it, I could get shot, to be honest with you. Some people bring guns to work. Like that, it's Arizona's a carry state.
Yeah,
okay,
I have
people
a gun.
get okay. I don't want to fire you like that, so I
What
make it
if
really
you're firing
quick.
Me and I said, "Gun."
I peel the Band-Aid off really fast. I say, "Sign here, bye."
Yeah, what do you do in this situation,
Joel, I have a fucking gun. Don't fucking fire me.
I don't want to have to kill you, Whitney, but I'll take that gun from you and shoot you.
Dude, I don't have a safety on my gun. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
That's what I'd have to do. I'd have to take your gun from you.
You're
I don't
dead.
want to have to
You're
do
already
that.
dead.
You're done.
See?
You're gone,
Yeah,
Joel.
you're dead.
Sorry.
See, I would never let it get there.
You lost already. You're already dead.
You already signed the form, and
I didn't sign the
You
form.
pull a Trump.
Because half the management can't get people to sign those forms. I'm like, I get them to sign it. No.
Sign the form
Hi, I just
with
need
your
you to
blood.
sign this. Have a nice day.
That's how I'll sign it.
Yeah, fake name or something.
Yeah.
The best is when you pull that form out and they were not even ready for it.
I'm sure that they're not, right?
No, but sometimes, when you call them in, they're ready for it, you know.
Really?
But like, you're like, they know they're coming in to get fired sometimes. But they're not sure, so they want to find out. But then the form comes out. But like sometimes when you fire someone there the day of because like what they did was maybe stole money or something crazy.
That's crazy.
And
That's
so you're like, okay. And so I have the form usually.
Sign the paper, like whatever.
Before I have the conversation, I have that form ready to go. So like I real quick go do that. And then I literally just do it like a Band-Aid real quick. Okay, you can't come back here for a month. Bye. Have a nice day.
What does the form say? Do you like me? Yes or no?
Whatever HR wants. That's what I should add.
Like when you're in elementary school.
So if you were to fire someone, how would you go about it?
Me? I'm firing Joel.
Yeah. You're firing Joel now.
Okay.
All right,
what
Joel.
did I do?
Joel only shows up for 4 hours of work. He doesn't want to accept jobs. He's just smoking all the time. How would you fire him?
Okay. Hi, Joel. Welcome in.
Hi, I'm high.
Sweet. How's your day going?
Good. I just smoked weed all day.
Okay. Speaking of smoking weed all day, so you only do 4 hours of work. You're totally high right now, dude. You gotta go. If you need help, reach out. I probably won't answer, but there's this form for you, dude. I'll read it to you since you're high. It says you're getting fired.
Man,
you're
this
not
is
getting
a buzzkill.
any pension or any benefits anymore.
Fine,
There's a
I'll sign
line.
it.
Here you go. Here's a pen.
Fine.
There you go.
Fine.
Sweet. All right.
You did good.
I'll see you later tonight.
All right, bye. Later.
That's the way to do it, Joel.
Huh?
See, you just learned something.
He didn't resent me at all in that. I feel like he
I feel
was
like
really
you guys will still hang out
amicable.
after this, you know?
He did exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I couldn't argue with you. You did it great.
Exactly.
All right, now you.
I don't come across as nice as you. I don't know why.
That's a choice.
I'm a sweet person. I don't know why they get so scared. But they like cry sometimes. And I'm like, I didn't want you to cry. That's just sign the form.
Maybe you should just. Never mind.
All right.
So speaking of letting go, so since you just went through this breakup, how do you?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How do you get over someone? Like how do you deal with it?
It's really just an experience. It's okay. So like, when you're dating, in my opinion, just date everybody, all different types of personalities within reason. Obviously, be smart about the partners that you choose, but also don't be too hard on yourself if you happen to pick the wrong person sometimes. That's just like human nature, really. And like through failures is how you find success.
I agree.
So when you fall down, you just get back up. But also in the grand scheme of it, my outlook is that the bad things make the good things so much more fruitful.
I agree.
So I have a love for failures, really.
Yeah.
I see the cup half full, not really cup half empty.
I get it.
And it just makes me excited for the moment that I do get it right, because it's going to be really special for me.
No.
So that's how I feel about getting over somebody.
No, I agree.
And I personally have a lot of I'm fulfilled and I have self-love inside and I'm very secure with myself. I also am not like a monster where I'm like, I don't feel anything. Like I lean into the emotions and I cry it out and I say, I'm sad right now. But it's
Sometimes
gone.
you just got to talk about it and just admit it, and that helps, you know? I think
It sounds like you have a good perspective on life.
Absolutely.
Is
Yeah.
what it sounds like.
Very much so.
Tell me about when you're dating your friend. Does he have friends that you know that are like still hitting on you while you're dating him?
What?
You said you dated your friend.
Yeah.
Okay. So my question was, are there still dudes that are friends of his? Because you've known him 2 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Do dudes still hit on you while you're dating him? And are some of these dudes friends with him?
Mm-mm.
That's not a thing?
No.
I thought I have friends that like I'll be hitting on a girl and I'll have friends that are also hitting on the same girl.
Whoa, when they know that?
Yeah. They're not really friends, are they?
Yeah, I was going to say, no way.
I won't say their name on here, but I was wondering if that happens with girls too.
What's their name? I'm just curious.
No, I can't. It's David. We all know it.
That's a
Well,
very specific
I think there's
situation, dude.
Well, I think there's
Are you okay?
I think
No, I'm
well,
not. That's why I wanted to know.
Well, there's some people like you like say hi to someone or something, and then they're like, oh, that's mine, you know, or something, and then like if someone else talks to them, then it's like a big like insult to the guy. But
That's very much guy world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dang.
So
Yeah.
maybe you're just being too emotional and too caught up in like. Were you dating this girl?
Oh, you're making this about me?
Well, it seems
No,
like-
there's no girl.
seems like
This
you're
has
mad.
happened several times.
Wow.
So I was wondering, and I know other guys, it's not just me, so I was like, I wonder if this happens to girls where, like say, there's two brothers, you know, and one brother's sitting on her and the other brother's sitting on her. And they both know that, maybe they don't both know. My question was, are dudes blowing up your DM while you're still dating? That was like...
sounds like you need to get a new girlfriend.
Okay.
Like for me, there's nobody in my DMs that I know of and that I have any way to contact them or for them to reach me in my DMs in my real life. Like I don't have a roster or access to
No
anybody.
roster over here?
No.
Unbelievable.
I have
All right,
zero-
Scottsdale, let's get her a roster.
Well, let's get that roster going.
I like there's no intimacy with like men in my life. But because of the podcast, I do have like an absurd amount of DMs. But it's like some dude from like Kentucky who's like, let me.
You eat ass?
Yeah, they're like, suck on my toes. And I'm like, all right, I'm never going to meet that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So those people just don't really exist. You know? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Makes
sense.
Yeah.
Do you have an OnlyFans?
No, I used to a long time ago.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, like 2 years ago.
Joel has one.
Sweet.
No, I need to get one.
Dude,
now.
what do you show on there?
I don't. We should show something.
How to fire people tutorials.
We're just waiting for the subscribers to go up, and then he's gonna launch it.
How to bowl.
Is there a scar where people just show scars on there?
Scars?
No, it's just feet.
No.
You never know. There's some weird people out there.
You can
My buddy
your own
owns
niche.
onlyfeet.com, but he's done nothing with it.
What do you do? Just show your legs and your feet and.
He's like, oh, this website's gonna kill it, and I was like, well, you got to do something with it.
Yeah.
He's like, one day someone will buy it from me. I was like, someday someone's gonna want onlyfeet.com.
Right on.
Might be.
Would you join?
No, I'm not like that's weird.
You're not into showing your feet
Maybe
for
I
money?
will one day. Maybe we'll see where I'm at by the time he launches it.
Hypothetically, what if somebody was like, hey, can I have one photo of your feet, just your feet, it doesn't show anything else? What is the dollar amount minimum that you would take to send it to them?
$50. Tell me, I'll take a picture.
Holy
$50?
shit.
That's
What's wrong with
expensive.
a picture
Dude,
of
I
my
thought
foot?
you were going to say like $5,000.
No, I think
I'll
this
send
guy would do
someone
it
a
for
picture of
$5.
my
I think he would do it for $5.
What's wrong with your foot?
Nothing at all.
It takes 2 seconds to take a photo.
Dude, then why aren't
Make
you on
50 bucks.
Only Feet?
It's
That's
not a
what I'm
thing yet. I
saying.
told you
OnlyFeet,
I'll
really?
sign up when he launches it. You're right. It's a good idea.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's only if that's a thing.
I think people can afford $50.
I don't think as many people are into feet as you think they are.
Dude, you should see my DMs, man.
Really?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, really?
There are a lot of feet people.
What?
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
No, I am surprised always. Whenever like I hear some, they're like, "Oh, you know that dude?" I'm like, "Who?" Okay, when my brother had this friend that was into feet, and I'm like, "What? He's into feet?" And
I'm
he goes-
into feet.
He's like, "Dude, he just wants to like lick high heels when you go to his house. All he has is he collects high heels
That's awesome.
from women. Like he pays them, like he likes." And I was like, "Okay, I'm surprised. I know this guy really well. I didn't know he was into that." I was like, "That surprises me." So it always surprises me. But no, I guess there are a lot of people that are into feet.
I am.
So you say into feet, like what's the level? Because there's like
Yeah.
obviously different levels.
Is there a level?
Are you like one that like rubs
Is
them against your
either
face?
you're
type
into
thing,
them or you're not?
like,
I just like
or like aesthetically looking at them.
like
type
my
thing?
boyfriend. If I have a boyfriend,
Yeah.
like I like smelling them.
You like smelling them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
I like smelling them. I like licking them. I like sucking on them. Like when he puts them in my face, and I just like cuddle them a little bit. I love giving guys pedicures, but only not guys. My boyfriend only, not just random men.
Okay.
So if you're like so if you're having sex with your boyfriend and you're doing like what's it, the Amazon style? Have you seen that one? Where
Amazon
like the
style?
guy's like with his legs up or something, and you're like sucking his toes. Is that the type of? Have you seen this?
I don't have no idea.
All right, I'm gonna show you.
Can you
Amazon.
reenact it?
No.
When did
I
you
could.
know how old were you when you realized you were a foot person?
Maybe when I was like 19. I
That's
got
young.
into it.
Because all my friends that are into feet are older.
No, well, I had this like one neighbor, and then I don't know, he was like older, and then
See, that's Amazon position. If you have, you
And then where
you
do the
then you
feet-
well, you could put your feet in your mouth. You know
wait,
what I mean?
who's who?
I have no idea. The
I-
guy's the one on the bottom.
Oh shit!
That's why it's so funny.
That's why I didn't get it. Oh whoa!
Makes sense now though.
Not really.
It's kind of like the girl standing up and the guy like with his legs up.
Jerome's showing
So I
porn.
just put his in my face.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm down.
Oh, I just got it.
I'm down. Yeah. If next boyfriend I have, dude, you're
better
getting
try it.
Amazon, brother.
Let us know.
Welcome to the rainforest.
You learn something new every day. Sweet.
Smells like feet in here.
All right.
One of my
Oh,
friends
man.
sent me like something like that. He's like, "Oh, you never heard of this?" I was like, "What the hell is that shit?" He's
Why
like,
are you-
"Really?"
Okay, so with
kinda
feet,
What about feet?
since you like to get pedicures, it means you must want them really clean.
Well, yeah, it's also like a way of like showing love to my partner
Okay.
to help him with his pedicure and
It-
like clean him up.
They-
And, like,
I would just sit there giggling because like it tickles when people touch my feet.
Aw.
I'd be like, "Stop!" When I get a pedicure,
Oh my God,
she does
stop.
it right there. I'm like, "Stop it! Stop it!"
Have you ever had a guy that's like scared of it or like weirded out about it or anything or no?
weirded out
Like
about
they don't like their feet touched
by the
or something.
No, nobody has ever rejected me.
Yeah, some people are just too ticklish or something. I'm assuming.
Well, I think they all know it's
Oh man,
very
there's
genuine.
nothing better than a
Yeah.
foot massage.
I like foot massages. Foot massages are great. Yeah, who doesn't like a foot massage?
Oh my god, maybe I am a foot guy,
Maybe you are.
but like, Man, I would get my hands would start aching, you know. Oh, I'd like to get one though.
So now that we found your love, since you love feet, what are some of your worst like fears?
Fears in terms of men or just in general?
Or just in general.
Oh fuck.
Are you scared of anything here in Scottsdale? To be
Dude, your
specific?
hairstyle. That's what I'm scared of.
Sorry, it's summer and I'm like, I don't like it's sweaty.
No, your hair was standing up right now. It was
Did I
crazy.
fix it?
Yeah, you did.
Missed Doubtfire or something. I don't know.
So
No, I'm pretty fearless.
Really?
Yeah.
So like a coyote's like coming towards you or something. What would you do? Anything? Coyote, or do you go bigger, like a grizzly bear?
Oh, dude, I'm fucked. What the fuck? A grizzly
Do you
bear is
run?
gonna
Would you
fuck
just like
me
fall
up.
down and just like give up, or what would you do?
would you run?
No.
Or you'd fight?
For a grizzly, dude, if it's right in front of me,
Yeah.
I would
nothing.
just stand still and then
Pray.
See what happens.
anticipate whatever is happening.
Yep.
I'm gonna trigger him if I start running.
Yeah, this is probably true.
And he's more likely to attack me, I feel like, if I'm running away and I'm acting berserk. I feel like if I just stand still and I calm down, then maybe he'll just like hit me really hard and then I'll just die instantaneously.
Yeah.
And
That'd be
then-
ideal, right?
Ideally. No, 100%.
Because you can imagine you're just awake the entire time, something's going on. Oh my god.
Dude, how much do grizzly bears weigh? Like 500
Oh,
pounds?
at least. Yeah.
And how
yeah.
much does his paw weigh? Like
Oh, yeah.
100?
Yeah,
And
probably the size of
he
you.
whacks me full force.
You just-
Ideal situation.
Yeah.
Smash my skull, brother. Like, what the fuck? If that's how I'm going to go out, like, by a grizzly bear, I hope he smacks me first.
Oh,
and then
Whitney.
he eats my body. I hope he doesn't rip me apart while I'm alive. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Whitney, where's your favorite place to get coffee in Scottsdale?
Wow, that's a great question. 4 till 4 is my
Oh,
favorite.
I love that spot.
I know, it's so
They
good.
do the car show there?
Yep.
What
about you?
Is there a car show on Saturday or Sunday?
I'm not sure. I never really go on a
'Cause there's,
Saturday
like-
or
Is that the one
Sunday.
right down here?
There's
or-
like 2 car shows that are every single weekend, and I always go to the wrong one the wrong day.
Oh.
So I'm sorry. I like 4 till 4, but probably
Oh.
Press Coffee.
Mhm.
I like them the best, I think.
What,
I don't
what's
know
your
why.
coffee order?
It's boring. Whatever the blonde roast is, no cream, just black.
Okay, right on. Do you like hot or ice?
Lately iced.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I
It's
like
just so hot.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Okay, so you like 4 till 4, cool.
Yeah.
We're just like, I like to see what you like about Scottsdale, why you like to live here. Is there, what do you hate to live here? What is there anything you don't like about living here?
What do I like about Scottsdale? Relatively safe for like a young girl.
Okay, so you can go out late and not
I
be
agree.
worried.
Like take a walk.
Yeah.
In my neighborhood. I used to live in like downtown Phoenix area, which I really enjoyed. There's like a lot of really fun things out there and
Yeah.
like cool restaurants and like little shops and like a lot of really fun things to do, but I felt like I couldn't take walks by myself. I didn't really feel confident.
Yeah.
So like in my neighborhood and stuff, I've always felt confident during the day or maybe in the evening taking a walk, which is really nice. A lot of parks, which is so awesome. There's a lot of really active people
Yep.
in Scottsdale.
It is really safe.
Yeah, I would say so. I would
There's cameras everywhere, and it's wide open. There's good lighting. So, yeah, you're right.
so I feel safe. I feel pretty secure doing things by myself. A lot of folks, like, I feel like there's folks my age here, so I can, like, talk to people and, like, bond
Yep.
and create connections. And, like, when I go to the gym and stuff, I feel like I see a lot of people around my age that I feel confident, like, saying hi to or approaching or making new friends or at least attempting to. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the mall, which is really nice. It's nice to, like, have access.
We have the best mall.
Yeah, we do.
We just do. I was just in
Honestly.
Denver, and my sister's like, I thought she knew good malls, but she's like, come to this mall, it's the best. And I was like, well, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she used to live here too, so it was nothing like ours. I was
I
like,
like our mall. It's
I was like,
fun.
I think we just have the best
They just
mall.
remodeled
I'm
it,
just
right?
being-
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah,
I haven't been
it
since
has
then.
everything.
Yeah, I go in for my Nespresso pods
Oh,
all
yeah.
the time. Like,
Oh,
you can
I
get
love
whatever
those.
you
Yeah.
need. Like, you know, you want to get an outfit or something before a night out. You want to get
Scottsdale has
new
the best mall. Name a better mall.
sneakers that drop and
like,
stuff.
Horrible.
I can't name a better mall, and I go all over. I go to the Dubai Mall is cool, but it's so freaking big that it's like not even easy to shop in there.
The ones in Bangkok
Interesting.
are pretty sweet.
Really?
Bangkok, Thailand. Oh my God, they're massive, like huge things, like multiple stories. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the coolest malls I've seen. But
I also like that there's places that you can, and this is like very much tailored to like a girl style. It's like you can get dressed up and like feel pretty and like look nice and go places, and it's acceptable. You don't feel like you're overdressed because like from a girl, that's very nice to have. Sometimes it's just like girl things. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah,
I feel
like,
that.
I feel like Scottsdale is very much like that. You could be super fancy, or you could just even be casual, and
It's
you'd be fine.
acceptable.
Yeah, like it's not like some places like it's not that. That's
I
not
go
necessarily
everywhere
the case,
in shorts just because it's so hot for one thing. So I always feel a little too casual, but I'm always like, I feel comfortable in Scottsdale doing it.
That's
Like you
good.
said,
Yeah, and you feel accepted.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though I look like a bum.
Really?
I'm like, well, it's just hot. I have to wear shorts. Like today,
It's
I
hot. Yeah.
I was at Global and I was like, everyone had pants on around me and I was in shorts. I was like, I don't care. I was like, their balls are sweaty.
Living your truth. Yeah.
No, I'm just trying not to be sweaty.
Exactly. See, there you go.
What are some of your favorite places to eat here in Scottsdale?
Ooh, that's a great question. I would say F&B is probably my
F&B?
favorite place.
Where is that?
It's like hidden right by, what's that coffee shop? Cartel.
Oh, yeah.
I have only been there once and it was so good.
What kind of food is it? What?
So it's the
French?
first, it's not. So it's farm to table. And it's the first female James Beard Award in Arizona, which is really awesome. And they do like seasonal dishes, and the menu is always changing, and they make the best of what's in season.
That's
and it's
pretty
all
good
local.
that you like
Those
that.
places like
They've
that.
been around 10, 15 years.
It's beautiful. Like, I'm sorry, every time
Jerome,
I go there,
it is really, really amazing. That's a really good one. No one's ever told us that.
cocktails
check it
and
out.
food every time consistently is great.
Yeah.
For a steak dinner, also Ocean 44.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, their food is
They do
always
cook a great
good.
steak there.
You know,
Yeah,
I used to work there. I was
really.
just a fine dining server.
Oh wow,
I opened Steak 44.
interesting.
Have you tried the chicken fried lobster there? Oh, it's so good.
No,
Yeah, it's like a little like breading on top of a lobster, and they deep fry it, but it
Oof.
tastes like almost like a chicken. Oh, it's so
beautiful.
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
We tried making it a couple times. It actually came out pretty decent.
really.
What did you try?
Lacey almost started the cabinet on fire because
What
it like
was it?
splashed. And oh my god! But we learned a lesson.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
You learned, and next time it'll come out better.
Yeah, it's gotten better and better each time we've done it. But
There you go.
yeah, it is a lot of work just to take the tails out and all that stuff. But
Yeah,
We're talking about lobster?
yeah, chicken fried lobster, mijo.
I like those two
That's
places
great.
for sure.
That's good. All right, cool. So you have family that lives around here now?
Yeah, I have my cousins. Not in Scottsdale. They live in like Chandler and Tempe.
How do they like it up here?
They do. They like it a lot. I'm pretty close with them, so I spend a lot of time with them.
Do you ever travel outside of Scottsdale?
Like, yeah, I do.
Lately, where have you been? Anywhere fun?
Gosh, recently I haven't taken a trip. This year I really wanted to work a lot, so
Okay.
I didn't take any trips. The last trip I took was last year in December. I went to London for a week.
Nice.
I've never been to London.
I didn't really like it at all.
Really?
Oh, okay.
No.
So I'm not missing anything.
Mm-mm.
What didn't you like about it? Or what?
It's like a city.
Just
So tell me about your London experience.
There's really good dining. I will say that. The service is impeccable, great dining, very diverse culture. But I mean, personally, I just like more like scenic and like nature is more impressive to me.
yeah. rather than the city.
So like a city, I'm not really that excited about a city,
Yeah.
I guess.
What's one of the financial it's one of the biggest financial cities in the world. Actually, it's where a lot of the trading takes place, and most of it's almost like New York Stock Exchange. It's a huge financial hub, but
Similar vibe to New York,
yeah,
I would
yeah,
say.
yeah.
Yeah. So I felt like, oh, I'm in another city. Okay, I understand now.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
not coming back.
Not for a while, I don't think. I don't really feel like I'm drawn to that place.
Where would your next place be? Do you think?
Oh, gosh, my next place. Maybe Portugal or Spain would be pretty sick.
Spain
I've
would
heard
be cool.
really good things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to go to Ibiza in September, so
Oh,
for
wow.
a friend's bachelor party. I've never been, but
Ooh, me either.
I've heard it's fun. It's like nice and scenic, beaches.
Is
Wow.
that Spain?
Huh? Yeah, in Spain.
A lot of people go to Ibiza from around here. I hear it a lot.
I've never been.
Yeah. We'll
It's like
find
a
out.
party
I'll let
town,
you, I'll
right?
let you know. I'll
Is
let you
it?
know.
Do they party there?
Well, I guess if
It's
you
always
want
like a
if you want to
DJ.
party, there's a party area. Then there's other things you could do besides
It's like
just
big
partying.
DJs that are always
Yeah,
at
there's a
Ibiza.
bunch of DJs. It's a big music hub for sure.
Okay.
I love to check out Barcelona and some other places too. But
Do you think you're gonna do that soon? Oh, you got a wedding?
well, yeah, it's a bachelor party, but yeah, we'll see. So I'm sure it's just gonna be drinking and that
Oh,
stuff.
nice.
But you were talking about friends earlier.
Friends.
So-
Okay,
yeah,
sure.
So
Yeah.
So for me, like I like to keep a tight circle,
Okay.
etc. And I find like keep on to my like really good friends. How would you define a friend?
Oh, wow. That's a really good question. Friend is loyal, playful, accepting.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So do you find like a lot of these qualities, like, are you a type of person that tries to be a really good friend, or like how would you judge yourself in terms of like you towards your closest friendships?
I would say that's actually funny that you bring that up. That I have always said that that's one of my best qualities, is that I'm a really good friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always show up for my friends.
Yeah, that's the way a friend should be, you know, like a true friend.
Yeah.
I think that's like, if I have a friend, like that's like you got their back. Like, yeah, if they say they're gonna show up for something, they're gonna show up for something. If comes a bill or something, you split it. If there's like some kind of crisis or something, you're gonna help them through it.
Can lean on them.
Whether it be mentally or like whatever happens to be, emotionally, etc. There's a lot of like very superficial friendships. I don't know. There's a big difference between like an acquaintance, someone you just say hi to, and like a true friendship. You know.
Sure, I agree.
I feel like if you do have a good friend, you got to really hold on tight to him.
Mm.
What would you say, Joel? I feel like Joel's a really good friend.
Wow.
Like, he's a very thoughtful guy. Like, like for example, our friend Rez, he like does a bunch of Lego stuff, whatever.
Cool.
Joel's like at a event, whatever, and he buys him a Lego hat or something, just like thoughtful type friend, you know. So Joel's a really good person in terms of that, in that regard.
That's really nice.
Well,
that is a good friend.
I always think about my friends.
Wow.
And I think that's like a real friend.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, you can't really say they are if they're not. So
Yeah.
like, I wonder what they're up to.
Uh-huh.
Hey, what you doing? And then, like, if I saw some turquoise, I'd probably think of Jerome.
Turquoise.
But I saw
Why?
Legos,
Yeah,
so
why?
I thought of Rez when I saw Legos. I was like, oh, my nephew likes Legos and so does Rez. I was like, I'm gonna get this hat for one of them, and I was like, I'm gonna get. But Jerome just makes me think of turquoise. If I ever see anything made of turquoise, I'm gonna get this for Jerome.
Yeah,
because he's from New Mexico.
Oh yeah.
I always like put turquoise with like people from New Mexico because like
Really?
I don't know why that is. I don't know why that is.
Well, in the little towns that I'm from, they all like sell turquoise stuff.
That
It's
might
like
be
the
why it
ugliest thing,
is.
yeah.
Because it's like in their furniture and stuff. I see it.
People used to always get my mom turquoise stuff, and it's just funny. He's like, why are people getting turquoise stuff? We're like, what the hell?
That's funny.
Because like all the Native Americans and stuff are like selling stuff randomly. So yeah,
Interesting.
you don't see many people wearing turquoise, to be honest.
Hey, it means you're into anal.
I'll
if
get you
wear
a
turquoise.
What?
That's what I used to tell people. I was like, you know what that means, right? I had this girl that always wore turquoise. I was like, I know what that means. And she's like, what? I was like, I don't know if you knew, but that means you're into anal. And then it just became a thing, and I always just tell people that. But it's
You
not
still do that?
true. Yeah. but it's not
Fuck.
true.
So I saw on your guys' podcast, you were talking about, would you date a guy with two dicks or whatever, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you're talking about whether they be side to side or whether they're lined up, whatever.
Yeah.
And you like pick the ones that were lined up
Oh, yeah.
for DP.
Sure.
So I was just kind of curious, Joel. Would you date someone with like two vaginas, or
No.
Why not?
I don't know how I'd let it get to that.
you'd have to have two dicks?
I guess I'd have no way of knowing, and I would have known before we started dating, and I'd have to decide if it still worked out. I don't know.
What if she's your soulmate?
I don't think I'd make the call.
She checked
what if
all
she's
your
like
boxes.
really cool? She didn't
My
talk-
soulmate probably does have two
she,
vaginas.
she didn't talk to your friends.
Yeah.
You're putting me on the spot with this question. I'm gonna go with yes.
What, right? I don't know.
Do you have two vaginas?
No.
Dang it.
What?
Well, have you
See,
seen these
that's the
advertisements like on Instagram? There's like girls.
How did
like,
it, oh, it's a
advertising
thing?
it. Yeah, apparently. I don't know how it works physically, like
Maybe
visually,
for trans people.
but
Maybe.
Maybe.
Sorry about my dog.
what about three tits?
I've already told you the answer.
Oh yeah, you said yes for sure.
Yeah, I think it's funny. It would be fun.
You would have 3 tits?
I don't want 3. I have 2.
Actually-
But I don't want anything sewed on me. But he's saying, would I date someone with 3 tits?
Oh, so a partner with 3 tits. Somebody else.
Would I do it? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
would you?
Yeah, I could see past it.
Yeah, what if she was... Then
I'll
what's the
probably
difference
enjoy it.
between that and the
Yeah,
vaginas?
that's what I'm saying. I'd probably enjoy it.
Because what if she loves you
It'd
and
have
she's
to be
perfect?
symmetrical. If it was a random titty over here.
So would it be okay if it was? So would it be okay if it was natural, or if it was like a third tit that she actually like got it surgically implanted, or like it was like an augmented new
I
one?
said it case by case.
All right. So
But yeah, probably.
What
Jerome.
about you?
oh
She's your soulmate. She's perfect in every other way. She marks every other box.
yeah, it'd be great.
She was just born with 3 tits. She can't help it.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
And she also didn't take the route. She was like, don't remove it. God made me perfect. Would you date her?
If she was cool, fun.
Again,
yeah.
marks every
I'd
other
be
box.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I'd be accepting.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
But unless it was, what if it was like a really like two normal ones and like one large one in the middle? What do you think?
Me? It doesn't affect me. Hey.
Joel?
Two normal ones.
You'd be all right with that?
That sounds like a mole.
All
I
right.
don't know.
To change it up on the dick situation. So let's say they're lined up like you like.
Sure.
But one was like a really small, short one. Oh, and it was in front.
I got a pee.
And the back one was really long.
Okay.
Would you be okay with that?
And he marks all my boxes and he's perfect?
Yeah.
I would accept him.
All right.
We would make it work. I don't think I have that long of a vagina, so I hope that he accepts me.
All right, perfect. So it works out.
He might be able to. I mean, really, he's settling for me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, I'm only 5 feet tall. That's all I got to offer, man. But if you're down to like never fully penetrate your entire penis into my vagina, then I think we're a perfect match.
Yeah, makes sense.
Even if he does have a little winky one too, you know.
What's the longest relationship you've been in?
A year and a half.
A year and a half?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's like the time when like a year to 2 years, like when you start really getting to know the person and you like see like who they are and if you really want to be with them, etc. But yeah, I've been in some that I feel like each one you do learn from, you know.
Yeah.
And you realize what you don't want and what you do want, and you just kind of get more selective as time goes on. You're still young, so you're 26. But I feel like I learned so much in my 20s. So if you were to like give yourself some advice now that you're 26 or so, and you were going back to like your 21-year-old days or so,
Okay.
what kind of advice would you give to yourself, whether it be about relationships or just life, or what would you say?
Something that always stuck in my head. I don't know why. I think I would tell myself, I don't know why. There's no particular reason. Probably just like, don't wear as much makeup. That one sticks out to me.
I agree.
It would be give yourself a little bit more grace. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Yep.
I used to practice a lot of negative self-talk and like shame myself a lot. So I just say like this doesn't progress you in any type of way. If anything, it pushes you back and holds you back from what you really want to achieve.
Yep.
I would say, maybe what else?
One.
So if there was a time machine, for example,
Yeah.
we just pulled it out. We're like, all right, Whitney, there's a time machine right here. Would you go back in time and like give yourself something from right now, or like
Change
some knowledge or
anything in my life?
Yeah.
No.
You wouldn't change anything?
No, I would keep
Not one
everything the
tattoo?
same.
I agree.
I would
Hey.
keep every single thing the same in my life. I would never take anything back.
Do you have a therapist? Am I allowed to ask that?
I completed my therapy program.
I'm thinking about getting one.
It's great.
Everyone's been getting one, and I'm like, I think I should do it. My sister's like, I did, and you would love it.
I went to therapy for about a year and a half. I went every single week consistently. I showed up, and it changed my life.
Can I ask about it a little?
Sure, please.
So is it just the same person you're seeing every day
Every time?
in therapy?
Correct. It's the same gentleman that I would see every week.
Okay.
Yes.
And the therapy is mostly just, are these exercises like physical or just talking it out?
So I would do a particular kind of therapy. It's called EMDR, where have you ever heard of it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? No? Okay. So you sit down with your therapist, and then you hold on to these two mechanisms, one in your left hand, one in your right hand, and they vibrate like a pendulum going back and forth. There's also a bar of light that emulates that same pattern with the vibration. So it's going left, right, and in unison, the light bar is going left, right. And then you're also wearing earphones, and then there's a beep noise that also emulates that same exact pattern. So all of your senses are going left, right, sight, hearing, touch.
Yeah.
And then you talk about whatever's bothering you, whether it's traumatic experiences, things that you're stuck on, thoughts that you are convinced are real and are affecting you, and things that are distracting you from essentially living a fruitful and peaceful life. Okay. So I would do that. And it changes the neuroplasticity in your brain, because some like traumas and like hard things that you believe that you're stuck on, it's just like neurons that are stuck in this pattern. And by talking it out and giving yourself self-compassion and rewiring those
Is this
neurons.
from several sessions?
Yes, I did it for a year and a half. I showed
Nice.
up every week.
And they ask you the same questions every time?
No, you bring in a new topic that you would like to discuss.
Okay.
And so you essentially dive in, it goes down, it's hard, then you resolve it by giving yourself self-compassion or the resolution that you think that you needed in that time, and in turn it's healed. And then afterwards it doesn't bother you anymore.
Nice.
And it's like, I mean, it's all science based. It's like a physical change that's happening in your brain. So you also are supposed to do it in the evening time because it is actually kind of exhausting.
Yeah.
And so you go to sleep. It's a long process, but like
I feel like that
it changed my life.
That's
What
so
is-
much better than like some of these like just throwing a medication at it or something like that.
Correct.
It, it helps train your brain, because I think that's really what it comes down to is it's training your brain and in a cognitive way, behavioral way, and kind of creating this therapy that basically kind of has an end result for you. But
And towards the end, I will say it wasn't all EMDR. I mean, I would say 90% of sessions were, but also what I left on in order to complete it, I was also taught certain skills
Okay. Yeah.
to use in life when I also was going, because I mean that's life. You're also always
Yes.
gonna have problems arising,
Yes.
and moments of self-doubt, and like you're not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna resolve everything, but now you have skills to help yourself.
Yep.
Really.
Can you give us one?
Yeah. So like recentering yourself when you're
Recentering?
correct. So when you're feeling anxious, you're feeling overwhelmed. Say you're in an environment and you feel like you're losing control. You're just like, oh my gosh, I'm honing in on this panicking feeling. Okay, recenter myself. What's happening right now? Okay, I'm standing here. I'm in this place. It's nighttime. Who's around me? What's going on? What time is it? What shirt am I wearing? What am I going to do in 10 minutes?
yep.
That's recentering.
So you
yourself.
come back to reality
Okay.
instead of losing control. Does that make sense?
Does that
That's a
doing
good
that
skill.
is the
I
idea
agree.
that you doing that? The reason that helps is because you do that, and then you're like, okay, I'm chill because I just said all that stuff.
Well, you bring control back to yourself. You take control of the situation. Sometimes when you feel anxious, you feel out of control,
Yep.
and in turn you start to spiral, and it's hard to bring yourself back. So
Okay.
you're like, no, I'm in control. I can help myself.
I feel like you're
Everything's
just
okay.
being self-aware,
Well, it's a part of that skill. Yeah, absolutely.
and so that's what we all have to learn
Mm-hmm.
to get better at, I guess. At the
Yeah,
end of the day.
because you can help yourself instead of in turn, some people are a little bit more sensitive and more volatile and stuff, and they don't have the strength
Yep.
to recenter themselves, and then they spiral and whatnot. But everybody has the power to bring yourself back, and then you're like, oh, I don't need to reach out to my therapist. I don't need to have a medication. I don't need to use a substance. I don't need to self-sabotage or lean into specific type of coping behaviors.
Yep.
I can make the right choice. I have the power to make the right choice, and I will make the right choice.
Yeah,
Does that
it's-
make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to make it so like preachy and stuff.
No, it's
No,
very
you're good.
useful.
You're
Useful
very
tools
thorough.
basically to handle this stuff. I think there's a lot of negative connotation that people like associate with just getting therapy in general. I'm a doctor, and you see a lot of people that they just don't want to see like a therapist, or they don't want to like deal with like a particular medication. They deal with it in their own way, whether it's negative like drinking or like drugs or other like silly stuff. Having a tool set like that taught to you is great,
Yeah.
for just kind of coping with different things that come at you with life. Some people learn those on their own, and some people need help, or some people get from a therapist. And I think it's great. I love mental health stuff in general.
Absolutely.
But, it's amazing what the brain could do to you,
Oh, for sure.
But
And it shows like that you can help yourself in life too, like
No.
are you going to sink or are you going to swim?
Yep,
Are you
exactly.
going to stay down or are you going to get back up?
Exactly.
And it really all kind of lands on you.
Yep.
And you'll feel great when you can realize that you can get back up.
I mean,
It's
I
true.
think it's awesome that you realize that at such a young age, because like I just am realizing that, and maybe I should do therapy.
Well, everybody is on their own journey, really. You can't
Yeah.
be so hard on yourself and think
You're right.
like I should.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, tell us more about the therapist. Where do you go to get this EMDR? What does EMDR stand for?
Oh gosh, I can't remember exactly.
Oh, you don't have
It's
to
like
tell us. Yeah.
eye movement rapid
Oh, okay, cool.
development.
That's the science.
I believe. I can't remember.
Have you heard of it?
No. Well, I do critical care, so I don't really deal with that much stuff, unfortunately.
So by following the left to right, it helps your brain process the hardship or trauma that you're experiencing.
Cool.
And in turn, forming that neuroplasticity.
You're following it?
Correct.
Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
Can you just go on YouTube and look it up and do it, or you have to do the machine?
I mean, I don't know. I think I would reach out to like a therapist for that.
Okay, cool.
I'm not sure. I don't really have like that kind of medical
Joel's
advice.
gonna be a changed man in a couple months.
Hey, it's possible.
We'll see you on the podcast in 1 year.
There you go.
When I'm finished with my therapy.
You
Is it 1 year exactly?
Well, it's really up to you.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I'll do the 7-day one.
you can do whatever you need, really.
Yeah, I love it.
It's never too late to transform. You can be whoever you want in life.
You know, that's what I've been saying a lot to people lately. I'm like, it's never too late to learn a new habit. I know old dogs can't learn new tricks. I go, but you could just tell yourself you're going to do something every day and just do it.
There you go.
And I'm like, I'm telling you, you can just, I was telling my brother that the other day. I was like, he's like trying to lose weight. I was like, well, you just need to eat healthier. And he's like, no, I've been working out. I was like, are you taking protein? He's like, yeah. I was like, maybe stop doing that. Like, just work out and maybe just eat some vegetables. And he's like, I don't know how. I was like, it's not too late. You can just tell yourself to do it and do it. But I've proven that a lot to myself lately. I was just like, I'm going to, like I quit drinking when I turned 38. And I was like, I'm just going to stop drinking for the most part. I didn't go to rehab, so you can't get mad at me if I have a drink here or there. But like, I was just like, I want to be more healthy.
Okay.
It was a health thing for me, big time.
Sure, yeah.
And so I just did it. And I was like, man, that was really easy.
Okay.
And surprisingly, because
Even
like
though
a
your
lot
friends-
of people will tell you, oh, you need to do this. Like you got, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna stop doing that. And then
You stopped literally just suddenly, so you just.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna stop doing that. But then my point is, like, you could just stop doing things.
Correct.
And but therapy would probably help you a lot more.
If
Just
that's a
getting
part of
those
your journey.
exercises is key.
It's nice having these intimate connections, just learning about the silly things, the things that have improved them, the things about Scottsdale. It's been great. What are some of the things you've learned about in like your podcast?
Learned about
It's
in
been
my
a learning
podcast?
process. Like, have you gotten a lot better? Like more like less afraid to talk to people? Have you been like I know Jay says some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Some of his dreams. and
I've
all that
looked back on first episodes and
Yeah.
I've seen the development till now.
Yeah.
I'm a lot more sharp and quick-witted than
Yeah.
before, and then I have significantly more confidence
Yeah.
speaking
Oh,
in
yeah,
front
you
of
do.
people. Yeah, most definitely. Do you pick up on that?
Yes, big time. Yeah, you really do.
You learn how to communicate, and you learn just how to story tell
Oh, for
as
sure.
well. That's effective too.
Yeah.
So you can tell the same story in two different ways, but if you suck, I don't want to fucking listen to you.
Oh, I agree.
But if you're good at it, then I'm like, hey, keep it rolling. I'm
Yeah.
engaged. So how to keep the viewer engaged, I guess. And also to cut out certain bullshit that's like,
Oh,
no
yeah.
one gives a shit about that. Don't say it
I
like
know.
that.
Yeah.
So it's just communication skills overall is something that I've taken from that. And also it's just like a good time.
Who edits
I
your
agree.
pod? Who do you edit it?
No, Jay does. Jay does
Oh, okay,
everything.
cool.
Yeah, he's
It's a
a
lot of work.
sharpshooter. Yeah. I honestly commend him, really. I mean, he's a criminal law attorney
Yep.
full time, and he does a podcast, and he edits it all, and he does the clips, and he does all the social media handling. So I really, I commend him
Yeah.
for all the hard work that he puts in. It's
That's
fucking awesome. Yeah. He's a fucking
He might come on
pro.
this weekend, he said.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. No, he's a fucking pro.
Yeah, he cracks me up, just some of the stuff he says. I was like, what the hell?
He's so smart, man.
Like that turtle thing that he's mentioned the other day on the I saw short, but the trans turtle or something.
Which trans turtle?
He had a dream or something that the turtle was
Oh
transsexual.
my
so I was
god,
like,
yeah. The turtle. What's her name? Marianne or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah,
How
that's pretty
funny. You're more caught up with it than I am on my own show. How funny.
Yeah, so we'll get Yossi on because Yossi has some. Yossi's kind of like that type of personality too. So,
Really?
yeah.
Very playful.
Yeah, he's very funny.
Oh, nice.
So now, yeah, we should actually hook you and Yossi up.
How?
Well, he
Intimately?
said no on a date.
No.
Oh, you don't like Yossi?
No, he's a good kid.
Yeah.
He is. He is nice. He's always been kind to me.
Yeah, he's pretty funny, nice guy. But yeah,
Yeah.
he was telling me, he's like, oh yeah, me and Whitney have connected, but we just never went on a date. And I was like, well, we'll ask her about that.
Yeah, no, I think I asked him. He was pretty consistent, I would say, for like maybe 3 weeks of like communicating with me and trying to set something up. But I think our timelines just didn't align. Like I would ask to go to breakfast, and then he would wake up a little bit later than.
Yeah, well, he was working in the bars for a while, so that's why probably.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
I could see that.
He's not working in the bars anymore.
I love breakfast. Me and Jerome went to breakfast this morning. I'm all
Really?
I would rather go to breakfast more than anything.
What's your go-to breakfast?
Oh, whatever's easiest.
Okay.
This guy likes Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
Breakfast
because
Club.
it's so easy.
Like a savory or a sweet breakfast?
Oh, usually savory.
Me too.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, I like
Like I had an omelet.
I like
today.
everything. To be, I love a basic breakfast, like a Village Inn or like a.
I
like
love
a,
Village
like a,
Inn.
like,
Have you ever heard of Village Inn?
What's Village Inn?
It's a big chain. I know. It's,
Oh my
it's
God,
low
you never
key.
heard of it?
It's low key. I'm learning that people don't know what it is, and it's if you just look around, there's like one here or there, but like I don't want to say our type, but like the people of Walmart go there, and I
Love
don't,
it.
and so it's like that's maybe why you haven't been, but I love it. Okay, but
Okay.
like I'll go in there.
Yeah.
And I don't ever see any of my friends in there. And I'm
Oh,
like,
beautiful.
this place is great because they have sliced tomatoes, which I love.
Nice.
They have just like single serve
What's
things.
cheap too, you know? It's not,
Yeah.
but it's basic breakfast good.
You could just go in and order a sliced tomato and a cup of coffee.
Really?
You know?
I
And
used
read
to
a
work
book.
at a place like that back in college.
And it's a huge chain. Like they're everywhere.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I bet there's 10 here in Phoenix.
I do
There's
like,
one nearby?
Probably there
I
always
don't know.
is.
I haven't been one here. Actually, there is one down on Scottsdale.
They're just always around. You know,
Village Inn.
Yeah.
You guys are putting me on right
Maple
now.
and Ash is really good breakfast brunch.
I've never been, but I've heard
It's
good
really good
things.
too. Sumo Maya has a really good like
Oh.
brunch where you just order a bunch of like little, it's like little tapas, like little tiny like little plates. But they have like these like breakfast tacos that are like dessert and it has like whipped cream on them, and a little bit of bacon. It's really good.
There's so many breakfast spots around here. I could go all day. My favorite is this spot, A-Lo Cafe, if I ever want to like go to it. It's not that far, but again, I go to Breakfast Club because it's 10 feet from my front door, but A-Lo Cafe is not too far either, and no one knows about it. I don't even know if you've heard of it, Jerome.
Is that
It's
by
just-
Cornish Pasty?
Yep. Very good. See, only if you know, you know. And in fact, when I'm in there, I'm always, sometimes if I hear someone ordering and they clearly never been there before, well, not all the time, but one time I was like, so you never been here? How did you hear about it?
Yeah.
And he's like, my Uber driver told me. And I was like, dope. Because I could tell he's from out of town. But yeah, it was funny. It's just one of those spots that some people don't know about. Jerome doesn't even know about it.
Yep, I need to start exploring more.
It's a scratch kitchen, so like they make everything like fresh, so I like it.
You know where I really like right by there? Craft 64.
Is that a pizza spot?
So good.
I need to start
People
exploring.
It's
love
right
it.
next to it.
I know. I have several
You
friends
need to
that love
go.
it. I go. I've been.
So good.
I don't go crazy for pizza. Is why.
I love pizza.
I
It's like
love
my
Okay,
favorite
pizza.
thing. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
so I'm more of a taco guy.
Oh, okay.
I go nuts for a good taco spot.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But people love Craft 64.
I do like Craft
I never get
64.
excited about pizza, but like, people love.
I kind of want to start trying the pizzas that Dave Portnoy like gives like the high ratings to, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
'cause
He's
he, like,
doing
does
that.
one bite thing. Have you seen him? But kind of curious if they're actually good or
Who knows?
yeah. What
He
kind of
picks
pizza?
some good ones.
What's your favorite type of pizza?
Oof. Gosh. Pepperoni.
Yeah,
just
just
a
pepperoni.
classic pepperoni, but
Same
like
here. Same here.
what is that? Like a brick oven with like the,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
no.
yeah.
kind of burnt edges.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like it thin, like thick?
They do that at
Thin.
Craft 64. They do a
Yeah,
good one.
they
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's Arizona style. I mean, it's not Arizona style. It's Neapolitan style. But
Correct.
like we do it right in Arizona. There's that other spot downtown that does it.
Pizzeria Bianca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went there with my dad one time, and they do it like Craft 64. Like,
They do. Yeah, you're right.
so I could see why you would love that because
Mm-hmm.
people love that.
Yeah.
It's like charred and a little bit smoky on the crust. It's
Oh yeah. I
fantastic.
like when it's like a little bit crispy. You know?
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. It's amazing.
I just think it depends on the recipe of the crust. So whoever is at Craft 64 is clearly making a good recipe for their crust, and you like it.
Well, you know what else they make at Craft 64? They make their mozzarella every day.
Really?
See,
Nice.
that's huge. That's big. Okay,
It makes a big difference
do
for
you
me.
think it's more the crust or the cheese? What's more important? Because you went straight to the crust when I asked you about it. You were like, I like that charred crust. I was like, yeah, well, they clearly make good crust.
They're both important.
I know that's
They
really
really
hard
are.
to say.
'Cause I hate when it's that cheese that just creates all kinds of grease and it's just like falling off. Like too much grease, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I go to some of these places with a brick oven, and it's not as good as others, I guess was my point.
Mm.
And I figure it's because whoever's making it has a good recipe.
Yeah.
That's I don't know. I'm not a pizza expert, but that's just that's my opinion.
My first job was Pizza Hut.
Oh
hell
man,
yeah.
I hate Pizza Hut. See?
You can just tell they just don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a pizza like no one cared about.
Yeah.
It's like a
still good, though.
neglected pizza.
Still pretty neglected.
Yeah.
If I had to order from anywhere, that'd be the last place I'd order a pizza. And then that one is I live on Miller and Camelback next to Pizza Hut on Miller and Camelback. And I'm like, I'll ask my neighbor, I'm like, where you at? He's like, I'm at Pizza Hut. And I'm like, the one right next to me. And he's like, yeah. I was like, I'm not going in there. I was like, the one pizza I could never. I really don't like pizza that much, but like Pizza Hut, no way.
I feel like Pizza Hut sometimes is like a girl that's like not that good looking, but you'll like settle for her. And you just kind of
It's the
ignore
end of the
her.
night, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you're right.
You're like, it'll do.
It's right there, you know, and it's still pizza.
But I don't want to like order it in front of my mom.
But it's
Like,
on a street corner.
you know, yeah.
What do you think about Papa John's?
Same category.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
kinda
that girl's
same.
cousin.
I feel like Domino's is like I think Domino's is like far end low.
Really.
I like it more than Pizza Hut.
Little Caesars is below Domino's probably.
Oh, for sure. That's a crackhead.
I like a Domino's
Yeah,
type
on
of
that's a
girl.
crackhead.
On Van Buren.
So I date more of a
Takes out the
Domino's
dishers
kind of
type
girl.
Why? Are you into Domino's types of girls?
I guess since I like Domino's is what I figured.
Nah, you're a Little Caesars kind of guy.
I'm a Little
Really?
Caesar. I like Fenty girls that eat like Little Caesars.
Fentanyl?
Fenty.
What?
What?
You just said people that eat Little Caesars are crackheads.
Oh.
Someone said that.
Fentanyl is not crack.
Might as well be.
No, it's completely different.
Oh.
What
I
kind
don't
of girls
do it.
are you
I don't
into?
do enough
I
Fent.
know. What kind of girls are you into, Nino?
I'm genuinely curious. What kind of girls are
I
you
like
into?
brunettes. I always end up dating a brunette.
Okay.
I like girls that act, again, I'm attracted to people that work.
Okay.
So I always end up with someone that's like
Self-sufficient.
career-minded, like wanting, you know, a good career or whatever, like thinking about that stuff and like doing it.
Sure. Yeah.
So I always end up with girls that like to play games.
Games
Yeah, like
like Jenga.
just what do you want to eat, you know? Let's eat. But like, nah, I'm being very generic. I'll give you an example. Like, if I ask you something to see what the answer is going to be, you know, that's a game. You know, no, okay, I said it wrong.
So you don't like women?
No.
I'm not understanding. I'm not following.
I'm like,
All
that's every female, man.
Well, I apologize for not being able to teach you and show you.
This is why you're so picky.
What? Am I the only one that's lost here?
I'm lost as well.
All right, well, I didn't mean to lose you two.
What do you mean by games?
All
Like
right.
Candyland?
Let's start with this, Joel. What's your ideal woman? Like
Yes.
if you were to start with, like, we know we say a brunette. Like what
Okay,
kind? Like
brunette.
you just want her to be like more like vocal or like very communicative.
What's
like
her personality like?
Loyal.
Her personality.
Is she an
she's-
extrovert or an introvert?
The introvert's the one where they don't talk to people.
Just like she's a little bit more like quiet.
Yep.
She's not a mute.
I don't care. She doesn't have to be quiet. I don't care either way.
Okay. So you're versatile.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't care either way.
So if she had a personality like David, for example, you'd be fine with that.
David's a sex addict.
Whoa. You would date a sex addict?
All right. So you want her to be more
Are you
calm.
a sex addict, Joel?
No, we're talking about David.
Oh.
No, he's actually celibate.
Yeah,
I'm back in my celibacy era.
Yeah.
since I
Yeah.
quit drinking. I might join. I've been listening to this guy that joined his name is Patterson. Patterson's his last name. He writes a lot of books. Patterson, I don't know if you heard that name.
Man, you're talking
But he joined a monastery,
Monastery, I believe. Correct.
and he did it for a long time. He's like, it was a good experience. Anyways, I've been thinking about it, but I'd have to do one in like a cool country. I wouldn't do one in like Gilbert,
Yeah.
Joel's in an olive oil monastery.
So she's brunette. She's an introverted sex addict. What else?
She works at an olive oil distillery.
Okay, sweet.
I don't mean to be too specific.
Dude, that's fucking cool. Seriously. Wait. Okay.
This is why you haven't found her.
What's her age range?
She's got to be legal.
Sweet. That's great.
So over 18.
All right.
Is there like
It's
an
tough
age?
to date someone that's too young.
Is there a top? Like
Yeah, that's pedophilia, dude.
Well, yeah, they don't allow it in
Tough.
this country.
Yeah.
No, it's tough to date anyone, honestly, in their
I'm sure it's tough to date
so
a
how old
12-year-old.
would you go, Joel?
I feel like the older I get, the older that number changes. Like, cause it's tough to have a conversation with someone that can't keep up.
I agree.
So not everyone can keep up if they haven't been through half the experiences you've been through.
Sure.
No, you'll have a stronger connection if someone more your age, obviously, you know. If you go too young, then some of that knowledge isn't there. You have to deal with other stuff. If they're too old, and
But I don't get too wrapped around it. People surprise me all the time.
Okay, that's a good perspective. So is she like 20 to like 30 age range?
Maybe she's a history buff.
So she's 20
so
to 30.
She can keep up, you know? We're just talking about ideal, right?
Yeah.
We'll
just like, wait, where have you been?
We'll just give him the 20 or 30.
Sure, yeah.
Maybe 40, I don't know.
Okay.
Actually, he might take down some cougars.
I've never hooked up with anyone older than maybe 32.
How old are you?
38.
Okay.
But like, I've been working in an industry where everyone's kind of younger for a long time. So it's tough. I'm always very involved in work. So I feel like I always end up hooking up or dating someone that I met through work.
Is that your method of dating? Is like meeting girls in person?
Not always, but lately I feel like I meet someone and then
in person.
maybe,
Okay.
I don't do very well on like these
social
dating
media
apps,
and
the
dating apps. Okay.
No, and I don't think I have the patience for them. I don't get on them ever.
I tried it for a while. I don't think I was compatible with it.
Yeah.
For me, I kept running into guys with energy of like, this is my, not verbatim, but just energy like, this is our third date. Why aren't you having sex with me? And to me, I was like, this is my third time meeting you in person. I only spent 12 hours with you. I don't want to give you my vagina hole. Sorry.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
And then I was like, all right, there was an imbalance, I think.
Yeah.
So I just got off.
I feel like it's better meeting people in person because you do get to have that connection and chemistry. In terms of an app, you kind of just not sure what you're gonna get. When I was in Indiana for a while, because I was living in Indiana randomly, and I went through a breakup. And anyways, I was trying some like different like apps and stuff.
Sure.
And one of the like, you never know sure what you're gonna get. So one girl was like a ghost hunter.
Sweet.
That's literally her job.
Cool.
It was kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
But then she would like sit on her brother's lap, like very oddly, and like it was some interesting stuff. So I was like, okay, this is kind of odd.
Yeah.
So I'm probably not gonna date this girl. And then
Probably not.
And then I like started dating another girl, and it turns out she was this girl's friend.
Whoa. Are you serious? Holy shit.
I was like, what the hell?
What are the odds?
Yeah. So that was interesting. But
Seems like you dodged a bullet with that one.
But it was fun to kind of just try new things. But
yeah, maybe
we gotta start you a
I'm trying to think
Tinder.
if I've ever hooked up with anyone on a Tinder app, and I think I have one time.
Really?
That app's been around a long time. Like
it has been
10 years at least.
Let's get you on Grindr.
Grindr's the gay one. I don't know what came first.
Let's see what happens.
Grindr came before Tinder.
Maybe you'll be happier.
Yeah. Drum thinks I'd be happier with a dick.
Maybe that's what you've always been looking for.
I'm a pretty happy person. I don't know how a dick's gonna make me happy.
Have you ever?
What if you love it, man?
Have you ever been intimate with a man?
What if I don't love it?
You never know, man.
What if you don't love it?
Have you ever kissed a man on the lips?
Just my father.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, maybe I have daddy issues.
With tongue?
No.
Just a peck?
Yeah.
That's nice.
How about a transsexual? Would you go that way?
No.
She was really pretty.
So.
Really
no,
pretty.
I think I'm just like
super like fun personality.
I think it's weird. I'm not attracted to transsexuals.
What if you didn't know until the end?
It's crazy.
Like you got married. She's like, I can't have sex till marriage, and then pulls.
That's why you got to find out before then. You can't let it get to that. You can't let it get to that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm scared to go to Thailand. I have so many friends that have let it get to that point, and they're like, it's too late.
They just got to go with it at that point.
And then they have like they need therapy from there. Be like, you're okay. It's not a big deal. It's just funny. But
I've just been like trying to have the approach of in person these days. I'll just start rizzing guys in person. I'll just like rizz them.
Riz?
Yeah. It's like a younger person term.
I've heard it.
Yeah.
So what do you do? Like, what's your process?
So yesterday I rizzed at the gym because somebody rizzed me.
What is Riz?
But Riz is the thing that's been around. You just compliment people?
No. So you like spit game at somebody a little bit.
All right, so
trying
what's your
to
game?
Plant
that's
the
Riz.
seed. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, plant the seed, let the plant grow, harvest
Or
later.
like just be like, hey, what's up? I'm interested in some kind of way, you know?
Okay,
So
give
like
us an
somebody
example.
came up to me, this like super hot guy.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, he's a very beautiful gentleman. And then he came up to me while I was working out and he said like, I don't live here, but you're super cute. I just want to tell you that. And I was like, thank you.
That's Riz.
Yeah, that's Riz.
Planted the seed. Yeah.
He was really nice about it, and he was very handsome and great approach in my opinion.
Damn.
2
And
weeks
he-
he's
I
gonna be
wish
like,
I'd have
so I
known."
moved here.
So he just left, and I was like, thank you, and then that was it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I felt a little bit, kind of puffing my chest up a little bit,
Yeah,
felt some confidence, and
It's not
there's
too
this
aggressive.
guy that because I go to the same gym that for like 2 years now. And there's this guy that I've seen in there consistently for probably like 2 years. He seems like he's around my age, and he has like tattoos, and he's like in good shape, and he's very beautiful. And I've always thought like from afar, oh, he's so cute. And so yesterday, I've been thinking about buying earphones.
Yeah.
And so he had earphones on. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to go say something to him. What do I have to lose, you know?
Yeah.
And so I went up to him, and I was like, hey. And then he took off his earphones. He's like, hey, what's up? And then I was like, oh, I like, do you like those earphones? It's Amazon Prime Day. I was thinking about buying some. Do you recommend those? And then he was telling me about the earphones. He's like, I love them. I forgot them, and I drove 20 minutes home just to go get them. And I was like, whoa, that's great. So, like, what's your name? And he told me his name, and I was like, hi, I'm Whitney. And then now I know his name. And I planted the
Damn.
seed. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my
No,
Riz.
you followed through on your Riz.
That's my Riz.
That's a Riz
Yeah.
follow through.
Now he knows my name, and I know his name.
You got some game.
That's my approach nowadays. Is I just go and like if I see that you're cute, and I'll just talk to you.
Yeah, just go for it. Don't be
What
scared.
I found
What
is
there
you
to be
don't
scared
even
of,
have to.
No.
I feel like, especially at the gym, but I mean, I could be wrong. Unless half the time you don't even have to get the name because you know you're gonna see them again.
Well, you should get the name right.
Yeah, you went all the way. I'm talking about the first Riz.
The first Riz.
You rizzed him, and you just
Yeah.
got everything right there. And I was like, that's good. Like, that's a huge follow through.
Maybe next time when he sees me, I can be like, hey, his name, and then he'll be like, hey, my name, and then maybe he'll be like, oh, hey, do you want to like exchange social media or phone number, and then we can hang out.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I mean by
What's more
planting the
personal,
seed.
by the way? Don't you think it's more personal to exchange social media? It's like, here's all my photos. Whereas
Not
a phone number is just like, here's my
necessarily.
phone number.
So what if he gets your social media? Then he's like, oh shit, this podcast.
Oh.
Oh,
Do you
man.
think the podcast is a deal breaker for
No.
guys?
No, I don't know.
There's no right or wrong answer.
I doubt it for women, to be honest.
I met
What do
a
you
girl. I'll tell you my experience. I
Sure.
met this girl randomly at a party at this new bar called Tell Your Friends, and
cool.
my friend was like, "Oh, this girl was into you. She's asking about you." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. What's her name?" "Oh, Berlin." "Okay, I just met her at Berlin. If you're watching this," and so I friended her on Instagram, and I was like, "Okay, let's see what she thinks."
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's a good question because I'm like, "Oh, she's gonna see that I'm just normal, I guess."
Uh-huh.
But I haven't done half the things you've done on your podcast
Yeah.
as far as so yeah, that's I guess a little different.
I agree. I understand that that's like the territory that I'm treading in. But I mean, I hope that's the thing is that like the right person will accept me.
I agree. That's
And
what I was
it'll
gonna say.
weed out the people that aren't
I agree
for
100%.
me.
Yeah, because
Because
people.
like
Oh man, I'm attracted to it more. I think it's great.
well, I'm passionate about it, and for the most part, it's just playful. It's jokes. It's having fun.
That's the
There
person
are
you want to be
outrageous-
around. You know what I mean? Like someone
Yes,
that's funny and
exactly.
hilarious, like says crazy shit. Like we're that type of person. That's why we wanted to get you on the show because we're kind of like that too. You know, we say
Yeah.
some funny ass shit like when we're like in our friend group or whatever, and even on this podcast. But yeah, like you want to be attracted, you want to be around those people. So I think it's a good thing. But
Yeah.
But it would be funny though if someone is like, oh man, like, what did I get myself into?
'Cause, I mean, I do talk about all the guys that I date
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
podcast. But I just don't give them. I don't say
Yeah,
their
yeah.
real names. I
Yeah,
give them
yeah.
like a nickname.
Yeah.
Like I've had soccer guy, this guy named BLB.
Oh yeah, I've never heard a name on your podcast on the
No,
reels.
yeah, we won't say names. So soccer guy, BLB, Geek Squad, Alien Boy. See, like you won't know who any of those people are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
that's
yeah,
good.
Mhm.
That's funny. I got to do that.
Yeah. You're just name dropping Berlin
Yeah, I got to
here.
stop name dropping people.
Just
I
make
do it
a
all
nickname.
The time. I name drop people.
If you could give her a nickname,
I think it's
what
funny
would it
because
be?
I try to be local, you know?
Yeah.
And so I always like saying people's names. I'm like, I'm talking about you. So I want our podcast to feel personable, you know, and talk about people that are local. But if I could give Berlin a nickname, it'd be Tell Your Friends Girl.
Okay, there you go.
Because that's where I remember seeing her first. So
Sure.
Sorry, Berlin. Sorry, Tell Your Friends Girl.
I try just to avoid like the name drop, like in terms of like the dating stories,
It's
because
the
I don't
worst
want to
idea.
embarrass somebody.
Yeah,
I know I could do that, but that's so like
I'm
that's
just
low hanging
embarrassing
fruit.
myself.
I agree.
That's just mean.
I agree.
Because
No,
they don't
it's
have the
different for a
platform.
girl.
You know.
Yeah.
You'd be embarrassing someone, but I'm just embarrassing myself. So it's okay.
That's commendable.
Yeah.
It means you're vulnerable. That's dope.
He doesn't mind.
Yeah.
I think none of us mind, to be honest. We just give each other crap, bust each other's balls all the time.
Yeah, I can tell.
So
You guys are pretty vulnerable on here, I feel.
yeah.
Oh, I'm so vulnerable.
Well, it takes a lot to put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Most folks these days wouldn't.
I think the best
Do
thing you
that.
can do is always just put yourself out there,
Yeah.
and then no one can ever fuck with you
Yeah.
because you're like, oh, it's all out there. Like, what are you gonna do?
This is who I am.
It's the best, honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a very free life.
Yes, I agree.
I just let it hang out.
You have to. You just let it hang out.
So I guess last topic. Oh my god.
Do you get involved in politics ever?
I don't
I
really
think we
know
can-
too much.
We could talk about it because it's going on right now. The election's coming up, but we don't talk politics
Oh, okay.
because Jerome told me not to. But if we were going to,
I never said
I'm
not
just
to.
kidding. I don't really get into politics.
I think just really whoever's gonna make the right choices that align with like my lifestyle. Like obviously,
Oh yeah.
basic things like don't take my fucking guns away. Like
Yeah. What kind of gun do you got?
FN 9mm.
Nice.
Mhm.
I got a nice little couple 45s, Kimbers.
Mhm.
What are you pretty accurate with it?
I'm getting there. I'm pretty good, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not bad for a beginner, I will say.
Why did you get a gun?
Because I had a crazy ex-boyfriend break into my apartment after I tried to break up with
Good
him
reason
with
to
a
get a
gun,
gun.
and he tried to
Oh my
kill
God.
both of us.
Oh shit.
And I wish I had a gun.
Oh my
So
god.
And
he
so-
got in.
Yeah, so I tried to break up with him. I was just kind of dating him casually for a while. And I was just like, hey, I don't think that we're compatible. It wasn't long term or anything. It was maybe like 2 months of like, like normal dating,
Yeah.
dinner and hanging out,
Well,
just
this is
getting to
kinda
know
nuts
each
for
other.
that type of thing. Jeez.
He seemed like a normal guy. One day I was just like, you know what? My intuition is, I'm not into you.
Yeah.
Past this.
You made the
know?
right decision, obviously.
Yeah. And I broke up with him in person. He left. And at my old place where I used to live, I had like a door code. It wasn't a key. So he must have like seen me put it in, like type it in, and remembered it. Like when we would come home to my place. And then so whatever.
Hey, be quiet.
Sorry.
I go to sleep normally that night, like early, like at 8:39. And then I wake up because I hear somebody talking in my room. And I was like, no fucking way.
Oh
And
my
I was like,
God.
what the hell is that? And it's completely pitch black. And I was like, is it like a dream? Is it outside? Like, I was like, no way, I'm hearing that so close. But I just like woke up. And then I see he's sitting on the edge of my bed.
Oh my God.
And he's talking to himself. And he's like crying.
He's schizo.
Pretty much. And like freaking out. He like smashes like my TV and like freaks out. He has a gun. He's going to kill both of us because I won't be with him. It's insane. I like call 911 because I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on right now? I like run past him. I tried because I was like, dude, okay, what if he shoots me in the back? That's fine, but I'm not dying laying here in my bed.
Okay.
At least I'm going to try to get away.
Uh-huh.
And so I like get past him. I just like run outside and I call 911 and I was like, dude, you got to go get that guy, arrest him. And then obviously they like take him out and they like admit him to like a psych ward. He like lost his right to bear arms because he got admitted by the police. Like, you know what I mean? Have a restraining order. We're great. But then he would like harass me and like call me off of like a blocked number. He would call me like hundreds of times. And
How long ago since you last heard from him?
He'll check in once in a while. I know it's him. Like, cause he'll also like email me too. Really
One of those
scary.
guys.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
I had a girlfriend like
I've had
this.
a crazy person like that, but not that
But
wild.
this
but-
is
Yeah,
nuts.
well, it just says like no caller ID because obviously
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
blocked. And like he'll check in once in a while just to like try to scare me, but I'm not scared, Like, dude, I'll just shoot you. Like, you're gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
And like whatever it is, what it is. And he'll just like I'll answer. I know it's him because it says no caller ID, and he won't say anything. And then after like a few seconds, he'll just hang up.
Oh my God.
And I'm
probably,
just
like-
like, yeah, well, you don't scare me. You're trying to scare me.
Yeah, he's
What
one
do
of
you get out of that? What, you trying to scare a little girl like me, huh?
Yeah,
Huh? You feel like a big tough man?
It's one of those guys like breaks in your house.
That is something else. That
Steal
those people
some lint
that
or
think
something.
that
That's
think-
real, yeah.
I hate that.
He looks
for
like
you.
a normal
I hate
dude.
that
He's
for-
handsome, normal guy, but
Some guys are very emotional during breakups. Some women too, but yeah, like I feel like it's a very immature thing. As you get older, you don't deal with that type stuff. But yeah,
well, you don't need to.
you got to get out of there.
Well, that's insane. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
For sure, absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, I have
I
a
would
gun.
run. I would literally run from someone like that. Like, all right,
yeah,
please change
what-
my number, everything.
It was totally normal. Like, so I was kind of blindsided a little bit. But now maybe looking back, I could see some behaviors. But I mean,
Yeah.
that's just very extreme.
I feel like women deal with that a lot more than men, for sure. Absolutely, like that level of craziness.
Yeah. I mean, that was
but-
pretty nuts, I would say.
Yeah, but how do you filter these people out though? You know, like sometimes they seem completely normal, and then the breakup happens, and then
Well,
they
when
just
you
go
break
completely
up with
berserk.
someone, it's hard to like. For you, but it never is like where you both agree.
Yeah.
I feel like I could be wrong. It rarely. Maybe just recently was it like that with you?
Recently, we both agreed.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Like you said, as you get older, but I feel like younger, it's like you're not going to convince the other person, and so maybe that's how I learned to fire people.
There you go.
I just like block them, and that's it. I said we agree that we're broke up, and like okay, you're going to be out of my life. 'cause
Yeah.
we're broke up.
All right, Joel.
And
Next
so-
approach when you fire someone.
Have you heard that? So we don't talk about it much in the podcast, but I like to block people.
Oh,
I don't
my God.
like to block people,
I was gonna
but
say.
it is my
He
best.
does. This is his
it's
thing.
my-
He does like to block people.
If someone's bugging me, it's my best defense. I'm like, I'm just gonna block you so that I don't
Yeah.
have to deal with you. And maybe that's wrong, and I am a dick, but like that's just what. So
That's your
don't
boundary.
bug me.
That's
you know?
your boundary.
So that's it. I just block you if you bug me. Like big deal, right? Just don't bug me. So like
But I've
someone's
literally-
blowing me up like over and over. I'm like, can you please stop that? And then they keep doing. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna block you. Stop blowing me up.
But
That's
I've
your
literally-
boundary.
I've
That
also-
seems reasonable.
I've also
I'm pretty
literally
reasonable about it,
Yeah.
I've
but
al-
it happens a lot. So I have a lot of blocked people.
Oh, we'll see. That's what you're the common denominator.
Yeah, I get it.
But I've literally seen people like someone will like take his seat and then he'll block them, and then they
What?
I don't get it.
What do you mean?
no, like something like very petty. You'll block them for.
He thinks it's petty, but like, I told you the reason. I told you the reason. It's
What
if I
is the
feel
rea-
bugged, I'm like, leave me alone. And that's literally the only reason I ever block anyone.
Define bugged.
The literal meaning of like FaceTiming me 100 times or like
Ooh.
weird shit, calling me, asking me like to do stupid stuff. And I'd be like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And be like, can you please? I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. Can you please? I'm not gonna do that. Call me again to ask you the same thing. I'm like, dude, if you call me again, I'm gonna block you. It's very annoying.
Why
And
did
so
you
yeah,
block-
Jerome's always like, you're petty. I'm like, I just don't want to be bugged, so I just block someone. Like it's that simple for me.
Why do you think people are comfortable having that kind of behavior with you?
I'm a nice guy. That girl in particular wouldn't stop FaceTiming me, so I just blocked her number. She could still like reach out to me through a friend or Instagram or some other way. But I didn't like block her. I just didn't want her FaceTiming me again because it was annoying.
I get that one, but you like
Name another one.
you blocked me. I don't even know why you blocked me.
Whoa, really?
Just for a day.
What?
'Cause he
That's crazy.
It's not a big deal. You just give them, you take away their function to call you for that day.
What happened with
I don't
It
know.
that?
wasn't even
I
a
don't
big
even know.
deal.
What happened with
I was
that?
busy, and he kept blowing me up. And
How,
so
what were you saying to blow him
it's
up?
not a big
I
deal.
honestly don't know. To be honest.
I don't remember either, but I'm telling you, it's just a button. I'm like, I crack up when people get upset about it. I'm like, all I did was just take away your ability to reach out to me for the day. What's the big deal?
But this is like a huge thing because like I've literally gone to people like I've gone
People
to like
get really upset about it. I don't think it's a big
restaurants or
deal.
something. They're like, "Hey, what's going on with Joel? He blocked me," and I'm like, "Oh shit, he blocked you too?"
Oh, fuck.
And then
No, it's
then
funny.
I'm like, "Hey Joel, could you
It's
unblock?
not like I'm ever mad.
Could you unblock blah blah blah?" And he's like, "No."
One time I needed my Instagram. I was launching a new thing at a bar, and I needed my Instagram to be public again. And I told a hostess, like, do you mind taking my, because I really don't care. It's not like it's never like I'm so mad or I'm going to block you. It's never like that. It's just a casual thing. So I asked the hostess. I was
Casual blocking.
like, I know. People don't get it.
That's
People
really
take
that.
social,
like
Clip
assholes
that.
for me to block
Casual
them.
blocking.
people take electronics and social media a lot more serious than I do.
Okay.
A lot more. So for me to just like block you for a day on an app or something,
Yeah.
I think it's silly when people get bent out of shape over that.
Sure.
I don't get a thrill out of it, but it's silly. I'm like, you're really been out of shape over that. Like, that's a little ridiculous that you're
Yeah.
gonna let a social media or electronic like ruin your day.
I agree. Yeah.
So it's funny when people get upset about it. It really is to me.
I feel like you like that.
I agree.
So
I
maybe
agree.
secretly, I think I'm like, it's
Subconsciously.
like, hey, you know what? You're fucking with me. I'm gonna get you back. Maybe secretly, I'm like, I'm
That's
gonna
your
fuck with
way
you
of
a little
taking
too.
power back. Yeah.
So yeah, I fuck with people. Yeah, big surprise. But I had a hostess one time. I go, hey, I have too many people blocked. I don't know who could see this. Can you go on my phone and unblock everyone? And she's like, okay. And it took her all day, and it was thousands. And she's like, she's like, how could you have this many people blocked? I go, I just block out haters. If someone annoys me,
thousands of haters.
I've worked in this industry, in this town for a while. I'm out and about, and I'm at the front door of places that have thousands of people a night come through. You get to know them. It's a small town. Scottsdale is. I'm friends with most of them, unless I've blocked you. But I've recently cleansed it and unblocked everyone, let everyone out of prison in my Instagram block list. Mm-hmm. I have no way of knowing in the phone list who all I've blocked on the phone. So it's funny. Some days I'll go to call Jerome and be like, oh, I haven't blocked it. I got to unblock him. But like,
it shows you who is all blocked on your phone.
Oh, does it? I don't think so.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, list. Where do you go? Settings?
Settings.
I'm kind of curious how many people he has blocked.
It can't be that bad. I think you guys are exaggerating.
This is going to be
It's not going to be thousands.
I'm kind of interested.
It is going to be.
It's going to be like 50 people.
No.
If that.
Yeah, I think he blocked me for a couple days, and then he unblocked me. But I've literally had girls come up to me. They're like, hey, could you have Joel unblock me? Because this is ridiculous. And I'm just like, I tell Joel, and he's just like.
I crack up. I'm like.
Maybe next week.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know if she's nice to me.
Where is it?
Because let's be real, blocking someone doesn't block them. Like, look at your ex. He still finds you somehow.
Yeah.
You can't block someone. So that's why I think it's funny when they get, I'm like, I didn't block you. I just, that one app you can't reach out to me on, or that one method of thousands of methods.
Well, it's just mostly Instagram that you block
Bro,
people.
you have a lot.
Like 50.
Oh my God, dude.
That's not that bad. It's like 50. I figured it wouldn't be that. Instagram was like.
I probably have like 5 or something.
And also, like, I've had a lot of females with a lot of stalkers work for me. I blocked half their stalkers. Like, do people stalk people on these apps? And I block people for good reasons a lot of times. Like,
oh, for good.
Yeah, all for good.
Dude, you're
and
like
to
Batman.
fuck with people. I'm the Batman blocker. I'm out here.
Bat
I'm
blocker.
not the hero they wanted. I'm the hero they needed.
All right, so if you ever get blocked from Joel, you know why.
You know I'm just doing
It's
the
for
Lord's
the greater
work.
good
I'm
of
doing
humanity.
the Lord's work.
I feel like it's an achievement. Like someone has to be, you have to be blocked by Joel at some point.
If you manage to piss me off, it's an achievement because it takes a lot.
It could be anything though. Like
I've known Jerome forever. I've only blocked him one time.
There you go.
I know. Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, thank you for everything, Whitney. It's good talking to you. You're
Thanks
hilarious.
for having me, guys.
Yeah,
Hey,
love your
don't ever make
podcast.
me block you. I'm just kidding. Thank you. It was great having you.
Thanks.
But appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
All
Bye,
right,
guys.
thanks.
Bye.